No, I didn't.
A little bit. In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no.
No.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Not entirely, no.
No. Not really.
No, I don't.
Nope.
Well, I'm on a government scholarship.
Scholarship and work.
I was also working while I was a student, and then I got financial aid to pay for the bulk of my tuition.
I have a part-time job, and I also have like my savings, so that's how I pay for school.
Loans.
Take out loans and work over the summer.
Out of pocket as well as through some loans and grants.
My parents pay for my education.
I work a part-time job, and yeah.
Currently, my parents are using a little bit of funds that we've accumulated over the years.
Yep.
Yes.
I hope to. I expect to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
I decided to go to college because currently our job market focuses a lot on having a college degree. The workplace that I want to go into is law enforcement, so I don't necessarily need a degree, but it helps a lot if you do have one. I believe you're able to get away with just a high school diploma, but typically you do better police work when you're better educated.
Between working full-time and going to college, and I definitely wanted to go to school instead of working full-time at a dead-end job.
To be able to get a job, like a good paying job. My mom was very much the you have to go to college type of lady, so I didn't have much of a choice. So I was going to go whether I liked it or not and figure out what I wanted to study there.
Because, well, my mom, when she was my age, she didn't go to college. She just, like, got a job and worked like crazy, essentially. And no one else in my family had gone to college either.
Growing up, none of my family members went to college, so I'm first generation, and continuing my education is something that's just really important to me.
Because in this country it's really crucial that you have proof that you are educated pretty much, and I thought if I'm going for jobs I'm going to need that proof.
Well, I feel like financially it's really difficult for people. I got lucky financially. I definitely think reducing all the fees, making textbooks a lot less expensive. Really, I never buy textbooks here because usually they're way too expensive.
Well, clearly the cost is really high, so I would probably lower that. I don't know why it has to be that high. Well, maybe I'll learn that in college.
Probably would have just made wiser decisions about like where I decided to live and probably spent a little more money on the nicer housing.
Probably nothing.
I think I definitely would have taken more college credit when I was in high school.
Smaller classes would be nice, so you can get more one-on-one with a teacher. My parents paid for my school.
Currently, my freshman year, my mom had some money saved up. I think she put in some bonds with the government and just let them grow for several years. And so I was able to pay for my freshman year that way. I started running out of money at that point, and I was looking at student loans for a few months, and it was really daunting to think about.
I had a job for the last 2 years of high school, so I was able to raise enough to work to earn enough money to get me through the first year and a half or so, and now I'm continue to work. And although my parents will help me with most of what I need to pay, I still feel that they've already given me a lot of money throughout my life, and I want to kind of pay for things myself now.
I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship that's like really prestigious in Oregon, and it covers 90% of unmet need. So my college is basically paid for, but I still work on campus to have some extra spending money for things that I need.
When I started my freshman year, my mom said she was going to help me pay for college, but regardless of that, turns out that the loans would have been cheaper if they were taken under my name. So I took the loans under my name because the interest rate would have been like 0.3% less, which is, it doesn't sound like much, but I think in the long run that it's a lot. The less I spend on college, I feel is the better.
I thought, because I got a large chunk of my, tuition paid for by FAFSA, but I didn't understand how to read the website or anything, and I should have asked for help, but when I showed up here, like the first week, I went to the financial aid office because it said I still owed like some $5,000, and they're just like, oh, you need to take out loans. I was like,
I took out a loan for college, and now I'm just steadily paying it off, which is no fun, but it has to be done.
I've applied for so many scholarships, just in general, but I haven't been able to get any scholarships or financial aid from the school.
I mean, in high school, I wasn't too worried about having to pay for college. I thought I'd just have to take out debt, like, it'd be fine. Wasn't too worried about it, honestly. Even if I did have to take out debt, I could just repay that later. I don't know, it's cool that they paid for it. At college, at least.
oh yeah, I stress about it a lot. Way more than I really should. I've gotten a lot better with it recently because my mom did get a new job where she does like have a lot more stability, so I don't have to be like, okay, am I going to need to give her like $900 this month or just like $150?
Yeah.
What's it gonna be this time?
God, that's I pay for my own food and my own clothes. Like I pay for all of my personal care on my own. So I'm still working here at PSCU. And I pay for my own textbooks, and I live on campus as well, and housing in Portland is insane. The housing market is terrible here. Yeah. And I think it is reflected in student housing as well. I'm paying over $500 a term, or no, a month. Yeah. For a 100 square foot room. Yeah. So it's rough. Yeah.
Because I know that the money is not something you can just throw away, it makes me very dedicated and put school as my priority. Because I have other things I want to do, and that's fine. But if I decide to let school slip by or not do as well as a class as I know I can do, I am wasting money.
For now, it's fine because I know I'm stable, but when you have $10,000, it whittles away faster than you can rebuild it, so that is kind of scary, having to think about that and thinking about how will I possibly, like, just always knowing that you need to take several shifts in order to keep up with the money that you're giving to the school, and knowing that you're never really going to rebuild or make more money, and that it's all just kind of dwindling down slowly is kind of scary. Anytime I'm in the city and I'm looking at people who, look kind of down on their luck, I'm always thinking about, like, is that going to be me? Am I going to make it through college? Am I going to have an education, or am I going to end up with nothing?
Make sure to fill out the insurance waiver on time because that gets me every time.
Probably apply for more scholarships. Just because I feel bad my parents have to pay so much.
So, I guess one of advice that I'd give myself for the start of college is to find a job that's on campus, because it's very convenient to have your classes and then have your work at the same place that you're already at.
Definitely save up my money and don't spend it on stupid things.
Only pay for it if you know you are going to love it.
This is something I heard on Oprah. This is an advice that she said that a lot of people would tell their younger selves, which is, and just in general about life, which is just take a deep breath and stop worrying about it. Because it's gonna be okay. So I guess that's my advice to my younger self, is it's gonna be okay.